Welcome back in, friends. The new documentary, In Our Nature, will make its Kentucky debut with a special premiere celebration tomorrow night, Thursday, July 24th, at our historic Lyric Theater in Lexington. This is 6:30 p.m. and you're invited.
This powerful documentary features Red Oaks Forest School, a local nonprofit that provides hands-on environmental education and nature experiences for families and kids of all ages. And here to share more about their film is producer-director James Parker and Juliet Grabble, producer and writer. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. So let's talk about this. What made you want to make a film about the environment, about environmental education?
Yeah, I think it was about a year ago we started the process, and we noticed two things in particular. First, that nature was becoming more and more partisan, and that was kind of curious to us because it's this thing that we all share.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you couple that with alarming screen time statistics. So kids spending, on average, up to 8 hours a day on a screen and less than 5 minutes outside.
Wow.
And so you take these two things together, and it made us wonder, what does this mean for the future? In 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years.
Yes.
And so that kind of kicked us off on this film.
Boy, you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
I want to grab those screens and toss them out the window with our kids half the time.
Yeah.
And it is a concern, and it is a challenge. This Red Oaks Forest School, it's a big part of your content, but you're also giving back through this film. Can we talk a little bit about how that's working?
Sure. So 100% of ticket sales on Thursday night go to support Red Oaks Forest School and KAEE, which is the Kentucky Association for Environmental Education. It was really important for us to put on these community events, bring people together so they could connect and spark new ideas, and to really show support for these ground-up organizations that are doing so much good work in local communities.
Well, 100% is very generous, so you guys are walking the walk, and that means a lot to the community.
It really does. And so how, putting this together, I'm sure your intent was really to help educate children and future generations on the environment, how important it is. That's a big task. How do you feel that this film really tackles that topic?
Yeah, I think this film is really about celebrating environmental education in all of its forms.
Yeah.
It can be in a classroom. That might be more formal environmental education, but it can also happen in lots of informal ways. And so I think it's about kind of expanding the definition of what environmental education is, and also helping us to kind of view nature as a really powerful bridge builder and kind of force for community. No matter your political stripe or your identity or where you live, it can be one of the few things that we still have that can really kind of help us come together.
Like you said earlier, we share the environment. We all need to take care.
Right.
One thing you always hope when you go to a premiere is that there might be a panel discussion, and I understand you guys are planning to hold one after the film. What kind of interaction are we expecting? And
yeah, we're really just hoping to have a conversation. So James and myself will both be on the panel. We'll also have one of the parents from Red Oaks Forest School, and we'll have Dr. Ellen Pruzinski, who is featured in the film. She teaches at Center College. She teaches environmental education, and she also did some pivotal research that really helped guide our vision of the film. And then we're also going to have someone from KAEE on the panel as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And why is it so important, again, for children to have access to nature in today's world, especially?
Yeah, it's not a given that kids will understand our dependence on clean air, clean water, clean soil. We can take that for granted, but when we look into the future, I think it's really important that we start to have this conversation now about how we protect this type of education and really help to expand it, because there are a lot of forces and sort of a lot of threats to it, and partisanship is a big one. And again, it like environmental education and access to nature really isn't something that belongs to one political party or another. And so it's really important that we start to view environmental education as something that really belongs to all of us.
Yes.
That's excellent. Yeah. What's our hope here for our viewers watching right now, for your viewers tomorrow night during the film? How can collectively we make a difference? What do you hope is going to be on their hearts when they're leaving the film tomorrow?
I'm so glad you asked that. We really hope people leave feeling inspired and empowered. The examples that we highlight in the film really show how communities and individuals can make a difference. That's really where the magic happens.
Yeah.
And I think especially in this climate, it's important to remember that we can make a difference, and that especially if we connect with others and do things in our local communities, that's really a great opportunity to help ourselves, to help our kids, and to help the environment all at the same time.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
excellent.
And again, where's the when and where, and where can people find out more information about the film as well?
Yeah, so tomorrow night at
Okay.
the Lyric Theater, 5:30 we have a reception. So there's going to be live music from Jerry Catherine Howell. Beer and cider from West Six Brewing. We'll have some food. And then, of course, the film screening and panel discussion afterwards. And 100% of the ticket sales go directly to KAEE and Red Oaks Forest School.
It sounds
awesome.
awesome. That's great.
Well, thank you both for your artistry and putting this forward. We hope that conversation and that panel discussion is compelling, and folks walk out of there saying, okay, this is our call to action. We're going to make a difference. So
Yeah.
Appreciate
that's what
it.
making films is all about.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you guys
Thank you
doing
for
this.
coming in.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Back after this, folks. Stay with us.